Equities market closed on a positive note as all-share index appreciated by 0.21% to close at 47,157.23 basis points as against 0.31% depreciation recorded previously. Its year-to-date return currently stands at 10.40%. However, market breadth closed positive as RT Briscoe led 25 gainers as against 13 losers, topped by Julia at the end of yesterday's session, an improved performance when compared with the previous outlook. Market turnover closed positive as well. Volume moved up by about 24.78% against 16.56% downtick recorded in the previous session. Look at Axis, Sovereign Insurance, and NGX Group were the most active to boost market turnover. Briscoe and MTN Nigeria topped market value list. We have the DAC Communications list, the list of arctic stocks that recorded impressive volume spike at the end of Wednesday's trading session. But let's look at the top 5 gainers specifically. R2 Briscoe is topping that list with about 10% gain and about 3 kobo there. Score is among them. Suno Assurance, NEM, and UBN all part of the top gainers for the day. On the flip side now, you look at Multiverse, Sovereign Insurance, ICO, UPD Credit were all in the red at the close of Wednesday. The top sector movement now, NSA 30 decline is on a decline trend for the past 1 week now, 0.01% a decline in the red there. Banking sector in the red. Insurance sector has been on the upward trend in the last few trading sessions now by 2.35% gain at the close of Wednesday. You have industries, the oil and gas went up by 0.89%, except for industry that went down by 0.01% at the close of Wednesday. The NSE ASM board was also up at the close of Wednesday. So if you look at these market, you discover that there's been a bit of volatility in the market since the week began. But let's bring in Mr. Ambrose Omodion, who is standing by now via the telephone now. Mr. Ambrose Omodion, thank you for joining us again. We appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
If you look at the market yesterday, yes, of course, it's a volatility, period at this time. But before we go to talking about how the investor can navigate this volatility market, give us yesterday's, of course, the result of yesterday, and what the investors are thinking at the moment.
Yeah, actually, at the end of yesterday trading, the one we call a shift in momentum and signal, and that shift in momentum needs to be confirmed or confirmed today, to see whether there's a change in trend. Now there's already a signal for change in momentum and signal. Then once we confirm that today, if the trend has changed as we speak, because we have seen the market kind of pulling back for almost 3 straight trading days. But yesterday we saw the change of momentum. To see that yesterday we have about 100% buy volume, and also the trade volume was above the average trade volume for yesterday. It tells you that investors are taking position ahead of earnings, knowing that earnings will start hitting the market again even from now. And it's coming with a kind of dividend declaration or announcement from this hotel company. That will also change the face of the market. But the good thing is that yesterday about almost 5 to 6 stocks hit their new critical high. I will tell you one of them is Access Bank, touching 10.50 kobo as at yesterday. Fidelity Bank and NGS Group also is among those stocks that hit the new 52-week high. It tells you that people are really enjoying ahead of us dividend. For me, it tells you that also, as most of these stocks are also forming a new level, or some of them are forming also a double top in terms of technical analysis, especially the NGS, tells that probability of a pullback in NGS is very high. Looking at the stock touching almost 25 naira 30 before losing the correct price yesterday. For me, investor in that stock the TB 1 year also dropped further low. It tells you that now that they are seeing that interest or rates are not rising, I think it will favor the equity market. That means this positive trend we are seeing in the market, despite the volatility, is going to be kind of an addition, it will increase investor vibe for the equity market. Knowing that this is an earning season, for me, this is the type of investor to invest right by being in the right equity. Now that they have seen most of the companies unaudited account, knowing their earning position and what's expected of the company at the end of the day.
Let me take you to insurance sector. Lately, we've been seeing a bit of upward trend movement in that respect, in that sector. And so what do you think informed this decision or this latest trend we are seeing? Because we saw, Access Bank, Sovereign Insurance, being the most active stock yesterday.
No, for insurance stock, I would say that the kind of uptrend we are seeing is a lot of investors buying interest in NEM insurance. I know that NEM insurance is also one of the big caps in the insurance index. When it's going up, you want to impact the insurance index. But as I get today, nearly all the sectoral index were in green. Led by the banking sector gaining about 1.68%, and the insurance about 0.something for insurance. For me, say that investors are really back to the market. I told you earlier that we had a 100% buy volume yesterday in the market. Now we're seeing that most stocks again are hitting their new 50 high ahead of earnings. Hence that the volatility we're seeing is already in the market. That's why I said any system is more volatility, not direction. That means this volatility will guide you as an investor what to do. If I said earlier that stock like NGS has hit another high around the pulling back to right to right time, tells that stock also is saying a sign that profit taking also hit that stock at this point. This has to invest. Like when you go back again, you enter before they release their number, because NGS, Access Bank, Fidelity were paid that their results are linked to come between now and the 28th of February. For me, it's a good time that the market is trying to give us this sign. But the good is that there's a shift in momentum and signal, which we want to confirm today at the end of trading if this trend has come to stay. Because the market just gains 0.21, which is still marginal. But the good thing is that there's good volume, and that good volume also support the shift in momentum. Let's see what the market will close today. But I believe that
because I was going to ask you, yes,
mistrend from Monday to date here.
I was going to ask you if we're likely to see the same positive trend being repeated today in the market. Whereas it's too early to conclude, though. Few hours into trading today.
The possibility is very high. I told you that at the end of midweek Treasury primary market option, the long tenor rate drop further low. It also might kind of add momentum to the vibe in equity market as we speak now. For me, let's just wait and see, but I believe the market will look up today. Yeah.
But let's look at where the investors should be looking for. I mean, we have inflation figure due for next week, and MPC meeting is ahead in March as well. So what is likely to trend this time or shape the market this time?
The factor that will the market this time, I think very much is that yesterday the oil price hit as high as for 94 before closing around $93.47, yesterday. As we speak now, we expect more corporate earnings to come. And this one that coming at this time is more with the word corporate action. That means it's one with dividend declaration. These are the factors that will shape the market. Going further, I said that yesterday there was also kind of a decline in rate. That means if there's no rising in rate, automatically these are the ones that will shape the equity market and add more momentum to the equity market, knowing that this is the earning season. This is why I think investors should not panic. The market is very, very strong. The factors that carry the market to this level are still intact. There, investors will also like to change their strategy by targeting those companies that are likely to grow their payout. But why do you know? I've mentioned on this program that you have seen their own audited account for 2021. They're telling them to release their audited account. What you do now, compare what they did in the previous year and what they did in just 2021 to see if they have surpassed their earnings for 2020. That will give you an insight whether they will grow or their payout. We saw how